Good evening, students. So, welcome to Durga Soft. In this course, we are going to discuss about data structure with C. Data structure can be implemented with multiple programming language. It can be implemented with Java. It can be implemented with C. It can be implemented with Python. Depends on the requirement and depends on the course curriculum. A particular course is decided whether it will be with C implementation or whether it is with Python implementation or whether it is with Java implementation. Now this particular course is data structure with C. Now for this one, the prerequisite is knowledge in C programming language. Without having the proper knowledge of C programming language, you cannot implement the entire data structure concept. So that is why I kept the syllabus in such a fashion so that initial 7 to 10 days we are just revise all the C programming language concepts. Entire C will not be possible to discuss, but whatever parts will be needed for the data structure, that will be definitely discussed. And inside that, array concept, pointer concept, structure concept, function concept, these things are included. If you can see the syllabus, we will start with the concept of operators, because without operator we cannot write a single statement. Every statement you write, there are some kinds of operators are definitely be there. After that we will complete array concept. Once array is done, we will go for discussion of pointer and structure. So it will take 7 to 10 days to complete this part, and after that we will enter into the discussion of data structure. Data structure itself is a big topic, big syllabus. So our course duration will be 2.5 months, like that you can think. And we will have session every day from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. right? Every day means Monday to Friday we will have the session from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. 5 p.m. means sharp 5 p.m. So once we will enter into the data structure, what thing we are going to cover? We are going to cover here, um, we will start with introduction. After that, linked list entirely will be covered. Then stack concept will be covered. Then key will be covered with programming, of course. Recursion will be covered here, because without recursion we cannot learn tree concept. Then tree will be covered. After that, sorting methodology. Different types of sorting methodologies are there, that will be covered. Then graph, and finally we will complete with searching and hashing concept. Now for every data structure implementation, first we will derive the algorithm for that, because many students have the doubts of whether algorithm will be covered or not. Actually, design analysis of algorithm is a completely different subject, but here when we are going to learn that data structure with respect to every topic, data structure, before that algorithm is needed. We will learn algorithm, then we will see how to implement that with the code. So that's why, of course, the course name is data structure with C. Some people even call it as data structure with algorithm also. So as I said that it's a big syllabus to cover, so that is why it's the demo session for you people only. It's the demo session for you people only. For me it's not a demo, it's for you. Demo is to decide whether you should, this syllabus or whatever the course curriculum I'm showing here, it matches whatever you are expecting with that or not, and then whether everything you are getting it or not, whatever I'm discussing here. For that purpose, they consider it as like a demo session. But today only the class will start. You can think that today is the first class. So what we are going to discuss today, we are going to discuss today first the operator concept. But before I reach to the operator, I said that data structure will be implemented here with the help of C programming language. Now another thing is that whatever doubts you are having, that at the time of giving the lecture, if you have any doubt at any stage, you can write it in the chat box. And other than that, as today is the first session, you may have so many questions to ask. So at the end I will give you 10 to 15 minutes. So there, whatever doubts you are having, all the doubts I will give you, I will make it clarify, right? So without making further delay, let us start this session. So programming language, what is the necessity of language, sir? Language is a medium of communication. If you stand in front of a computer and if you just give instruction, do addition for me, computer will never do it for you. You ask do multiplication for me, computer will never do it for you. Then automatically, why computer will not do it for you? Because you are speaking it either in English language or Hindi language or any particular language, you are giving that instruction. That is not possible for the computer to understand. Computer only understand two things. What are the two things? 0 and 1. That means on, off and on, binary digit. Other than this, computer don't understand anything. But you will not be able to speak in that language of 0 and 1. You have to speak either in English language or in Hindi language or any particular, any particular language. Then how your computer will understand? So for that purpose, so that computer can even understand, so for that purpose, computer understandable languages are also there. C, C++, Java, Python. There are thousands of languages up there. Among that, from the academic point of view, if you are thinking about academic point of view, C programming language is very important programming language. But whenever you are thinking in terms of industrial point of view, I have to get a job, I have to survive in the industry, I have to work in the industry as a developer, then the programming language like Java, Python, they come into the picture. Mostly Java come into the picture. But as long as you are in the academic section, because initially your job as a freshers will be based on your academics. Initially your job will be based on your academics. So as long you are there in the academic section, they are the most important programming languages, C programming language. That's why in the industry, no one works with the C programming language. Very few companies will get it, they work with the C programming language. But still, why the people give this much priority to the C programming language? Because in the academic field it is important. Because if you learn Python from the beginning, how the things internally works, that flavor, that understanding, it will never come. You will never understand how the things internally work. You will just able to see I'm using it and it's happening, but how it is happening you will never know. Because in those languages, inbuilt, built-in libraries are, a lot of built-in libraries are there. In C programming language, you're not having that much big built-in libraries, so everything we have to do scratch from the beginning. So automatically, if you do yourself from the beginning, you will learn it. So that's why in the academics, everywhere you go, in some semester they kept this C programming language. Without this, you will not able to learn how the things are internally happening, sir. So programming language means medium of communication. So when the communication comes in terms of programming point of view, then it is nothing but considered as programming language. Actually, sir, what happens? Suppose, for example, if we are talking about any particular value, say for example, I'm writing 20. If we write 20, it basically meaningless to you. You will not understand what I'm trying to say. And this 20 is actually considered as some kind of raw material. It is considered as some kind of raw material. But if I say that my age is 20, then it creates some information. You will understand, it makes meaningful. Now it becomes meaningful. I'm saying my age is 20. I'm saying that from 20th September batch is going to start. It becomes meaningful, right? So I'm telling that I'm having 20 books, meaningful. So that means what? Whenever you start playing with this raw material, whenever you start playing with this data, then automatically it becomes information. Because if I say my age is 20, my date of birth is 20th September, then automatically it becomes a information to you. So that means what? How it becomes information to you? Data automatically never becomes information. Data after manipulation, it becomes information to you. Next, and after that, if you have the combination of both, that means data plus information, if you have the combination of both, then automatically it will become a instruction. Automatically it will become some instruction. Now if you are having a set of instructions, if you are having a set of instructions, then automatically it will be considered as a program. So what is program, sir? program is nothing but set of instructions. What is instruction, sir? Data plus information is instruction. What is data? Any raw material is data, sir. What is information, sir? Data after manipulation it becomes information. Now if you are having collection of programs, now set of programs, if you have this set of programs, now automatically it will become a software. Automatically it will become a software. Now see what you people are demanding, sir. I want to learn a particular software. I want to join a software industry. I want to get job in a software company. So whenever you are using the word software, what is the root of the word software? The root of the word is data, because whenever you are telling software, basically what you are telling, set of programs. Whenever you are telling set of programs, indirectly what you are telling, sir, set of instructions. Whenever you are telling instruction, what you are telling, data plus information is instruction. Then what is data, sir? Raw material. Data can come in a picture also, in the form of picture also data can appear. Data plus information is instruction, sir. Then what is information, sir? Data after manipulation. If anyone manipulates over data, plays with the data, then it becomes, sir, information. And raw material is nothing but the concept of data, sir. So now you can understand, whenever we are talking about this data means, whenever we are talking about this software, sir, this total software root is at the data. So that is why if you are talking about joining in a software industry, the very important word that will come into the picture is nothing but data. Then automatically the question will be raised, how we will organize the data, how we will store the data, how we will store the data, how we will store. Not only store, because why you want to store the data, you want to store the data for future usage. So you have to know how to store the data, so that when it will be question of accessing the data, getting the data, you will be able, if you store it, you will be able to get it. In your computer, what you kept, sometimes in some folder some programs are there, in some folder some movies are there, in some folder some books are there. Why you are keeping those in, separate folder? Because at any time if your friend is asking, I need this software, can you be able to give me? Then you will not search everywhere, you will just go to that software folder, you will take that software and will give it to your friend. And another friend is asking, can you give me that particular books or PDFs? You will just go to that books folder, you will take that PDF and you will give it to your friend. So that means what, how you are storing there, I'm storing there in separate folder. So that technology you have to learn how to do that, sir. And why you want to store, sir? I want to store so that future accessing become faster. Because if I store like amateur in every folder, in a particular folder, I kept everything, movies I kept, books I kept, sir, a lot of other things also I kept. Now anyone is asking, can you give me a PDF for this particular book? Then searching from that same location where everything is kept is very difficult. Compared to that, if you are having separate folder for books, then automatically what will happen, you can just go to that books folder and can get that PDF and can share it with your friend. So that means what, you have to know how to store the data, not only how to manage the data, how to manage the data. So to get the information of these things, sir, how to store the data, how to manage the data, how to organize the data, we need to know the concept of data structure. That's why data structure is that much important subject, guys. Data structure means it wants to know in which fashion, you are going to store the data. Not only in which fashion you are going to store the data, which data you are going to store. Is it a logical data or it is illogical data? Is the data are having relation or they are not having any relation? If they're having the relation, what kind of relations they are having? Like so much information are there that we need to know. Because without data, sir, without knowledge of the data structure, how it will be organized, how to store, how to handle, how to manage, sir, automatically, because it is the root for software, na sir, my knowledge for software will basically become incomplete. That's the reason it is considered as that much important. More about that definition, data structure, that I will come, but not today. Let us start today's session with the very first level of operator. So what is the first operator we are going to discuss? That is nothing but arithmetic operator. So normally in C programming language, we are having 5 arithmetic operators are there. What are that 5 arithmetic operator? The 5 arithmetic operators that we deal in our C programming language is 1 minute. What are those operators? One is plus, next one is minus, next is multiplication, next is division, and next is modular division. Sir, what is operator, sir? What is the definition of operator? See, don't you think that it looks like a symbol? It's look like a symbol. Yes, so operator is a symbol. What it does, it tells the computer to perform certain mathematical operation. It tells the computer to perform certain mathematical operation, not always mathematical operation, sometimes logical operation also. Like plus, it's a symbol, sir. It tells the computer, okay, I want to perform addition operation. Minus, I want to perform minus, subtraction operation, multiplication operation. So what is the difference between these two division? The difference between these two division is it gives us quotient, it gives us quotient, and it gives us what? It gives us a remainder, just gives the remainder. Now what is the meaning of quotient? Suppose 5 by 3, 5 by 3, if I collect the quotient, the answer will be 1. But if I collect the remainder for 5 by 3, it will become 2. So I hope the differentiation between division, and this is called modular division. Some people call it as a modular division. I hope difference between division and modular division is clear. Now the same thing, because plus minus multiplication you are doing from your childhood. No need to give any clarity to how to make the plus operation, minus operation, and multiplication operation. These two maybe you can get confused. That's I'm giving the clarity with respect to this. Now the same concept, that means all the arithmetic operator, how can we implement with the help of a programming language, sir? Not an issue. Int a comma b, int a comma b. Okay, before int a comma b, suppose what is the style of writing program? What style we should follow? Suppose you are telling, sir, I want to go for addition operation. Then what style you have to follow? You have to ask user, can you please enter two numbers? I want to go for addition. So you have to convey this message to the user. Please enter two number. How to convey message? To convey any message to the prompt, we have to write a function that is called printf function. What is the name of the function, guys? Printf function. Don't think that f stands for function. There is a meaning of f is there, that is called print formatted. But why it is called formatted, that I will let you know. Yes, Raj, it's not going to cover the advanced DSA, because whatever time duration we are having, this is the normal part, but some things from that, advanced part will be covered, but not the entire advanced part is going to cover, sir. It's not from the get point of view. Okay, sir, printf function. In the printf function, I want to write something. I want to give a message. What message? I want to tell user, enter value of a and b. Just want to tell the user that enter value of a and b. So this message will be appear in the console, in the prompt. This message will be appearing. Then after printf statement, we should write a semicolon. This is a part of the syntax. Now whenever syntax will come into the picture, over syntax you cannot ask question. Where you can ask question? You can ask question, sir, can you tell me the internal logic, why it is happening? Can you tell me the working principle of this? Like that type of question you can ask. But you cannot ask me, sir, why this semicolon is happening here? Why you are keeping the semicolon here? Why you are not keeping the semicolon here? Guys, you learned English programming language. There your parents taught you in this fashion. This is how we need to write A. Have you ever asked your parents, why not I should write the A in this session? You never ask, na? Why you have never asked? Because this is the syntax. This is how we have to write the A, and that is what you accepted, and after that you followed that. So learning programming language means there is a style is there. What is the style? First you start accepting, and then you automatically learn. So that means you have to think in this way, not every time why, but rather you have to learn how it is happening. Sometimes you can ask why it is happening, sir. But if you are not, you should not ask every time, sir, why it is happening, because in your local language or even Hindi or even English, you never ask every time why it is happening. You started accepting that, okay, this is A, this is how we have to write the A, and then you can frame the word like apple. So first you accept and then you learn. Same strategy here also you have to apply. First you accept, then automatically you will be able to learn, sir. So printf enter the value of A and B. So now this message will appear in the console. if I execute this code, whatever I've written till now, if I up to that, if I execute that, it will give me 1 minute. Guys. Yeah, extra bracket is there. If I just write this code, what will happen? It will just prompt a message. Check it out. Let me run again. Execute, compile, and run. It will just prompt a message in the console that enter the value of A and B. And after giving that message, it will not able to do anything. Just my program is not able to do anything. Check it out. Enter enter value of A and B. After that, nothing is happening. Now, if I try to even enter from my keyboard, I will not be able to do that, because for interaction with this console, something is needed which is missing in my programming. Then what I can do, so that I can currently I can't interact with the currently I cannot interact with my keyboard. If I type something, suppose I write 12, gone. That's prompt gone. I'm not able to enter any value. So to interact with the keyboard, what I have to do is that there is a function is there, and the name of this function is known as scanf, which is helpful for reading values from the keyboard. Means if you want to interact to the console from your keyboard, some inbuilt function is there that is known as scanf. Now while interaction, what I will do, I will enter the value of A and B. What value I want to enter? Sir, I want to enter integer value. Okay, if you want to enter integer value, not only integer, you can enter float value, double value, any value. Suppose keep it simple, I want to enter integer value, then immediately now I have to declare int A and B. It's not like from the first line you will start writing int A, B, and etc, etc. It depends on where I am getting the feeling that I need to declare 2 variables or 3 variables or 4 variables, then I will go and declare. Now once you declare that int AB, you will never declare in this fashion. Do you ever declare in this fashion AB int? No, na. Why you not declare AB int? Because there is some rules are there. What is the rule for declaration of data type variable? Sir, the rule is that first I have to write data type, followed by, this is the syntax, followed by name of variable. Data type followed by name of the variable. So here, what is your data type? Sir, here my data type is int. What is the name of the variable? Sir, A or B. Sir, why it is called variable? The thing which varies is called variable. When once you will take some values to A and B, there is no guarantee that it will be forever with that value. Anyone can come and can change that value. So that means the thing that varies is called variable. Sir, what is called a data type? Data type means collection of object plus set of operations defined on that object. Data type means collection of object plus set of operations defined on that object. Collection of object and set of operations defined on that object, sir. Collection of object plus set of operations. Okay, sir, why int is called a data type? Because in int, what is the collection of object? 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, then what is that? Plus minus 2. Sir, up to that, you so many integer is there, na? That means what? Sir, plus minus infinity. Now in the positive side it can reach up to infinity, in the negative side it can reach up to infinity. So that is the collection of object for integer, sir. And now you see, not only collection of object, because definition is telling collection of object plus set of operation. On integer, what operations are applicable? Many operations are applicable, sir. Plus operation are applicable, minus is applicable, multiplication is applicable, sir, division is applicable, normal division is modular division, both are applicable. Now combining these two, isn't it, it becomes the following the definition of data type, and that's the reason it is considered as int data type. Now you understand what is called data type and what is called the variable. Okay, sir, now I have to read the value. To read the value, how many integer I want to take? 2. For that purpose, we have to use percentile D. What is this percentile D? It is called format specification. It is called format specification. Can you please specify the format for the type of value you are expecting? For the type of integer value, the format specification is percentile D. D stands for decimal integer. No, sir, I don't want to take decimal, sir. I want to take floating point number. No problem. Percentile F. I want to take character, sir. Percentile C. I want to take, sir, unsigned number. Later I will, give much more discussion about that unsigned integer. Percentile U will come into that picture. So that indicates the format specification, what specification you are expecting. After that, After that give a comma, again is a part of the syntax. Next what you want to do, you want to take the value of a and b. Now you cannot write a and b directly. Why we cannot write a and b directly, sir? What is the problem? Suppose, what is my objective here? My objective here is to enter value, and that should go to a and b. The value that will be entered from keyboard should go to a and b. Let us assume, guys, you want to send me a letter and you are just writing my name. Can you able to give the guarantee that the letter will come to me? Because in my locality with the same name multiple person can be there, so there is no guarantee that the letter will come, sir. Even the letter comes somehow, sir, it will take lot of time, because confusion will be there. Now when the postman will come, he will get confused. With the same name multiple person is there, to whom to give that letter. So that's the problem is happening here. If you write a and b, if you write a and b, that means you are trying to give value by the name. And if you're trying to give the value by the name, it's never a good programming practice. It is always creates confusion, and it will be creating problem at the runtime. Look, it's not syntactical mistake, guys. If you're sending a letter to me by just by writing a name, anyone is going to tell anything? No, no. Only the postman will suffer. When the postman will suffer? At the time of delivering the letter. That means at the time of running the program, my program will suffer. Same thing here also. Don't say AB, rather say address of A and address of B, so that the value that you are giving to A and B from the keyboard, now you can give 100% guarantee that the values will definitely go to A and B. The values will definitely go to A and B. Now you read that, now you got that A and B value. So next thing is what, sir? I have to perform those operations. Which operation? The operation of the arithmetic operator. So that's for that what I should write. Very simple. I'm writing here a printf statement. Printf. First one is what, sir? Addition. Let it be /n. Then addition is equal to %d, and here a plus b. Simple. Same way I can perform the remaining operation also. Here it is subtraction. Here it is multiplication. Division. Modular division. This division means normal division. Okay. Now everything is ready. I can simply run the program and can get the output. Remember, this one will give me what? This one will give me quotient. And this one will give me what? Remainder. So what value I will get, sir? That depends on the runtime value. What I will provide, based on that I will get. Whenever you write programming, there is always a good practice of writing the comment line, right? For example, in this two line, what I are doing, sir? We are taking user input. So better to write read input. Read input. Similarly, here what operation I'm doing, sir? It is like addition. You can write the comment line side by side, or even you can write before that. Here also subtraction. Here it is multiplication, and these two are division, normal division. Comment line will be in your own language, right? No one will ask you why you have written like that, your own language. This is modular division. This gives me remainder. Let me execute this code. Enter the value of a and b. Now you can enter any values of a and b. Suppose I'm entering 10 and 2. So 10 and 2 means addition will be 12. So I have made one mistake. I need to change the sign here, because otherwise everything will be the same operation. Minus multiplication, this is division, and this is modular division. Let me recompile the code, execute, compile and run. Enter the value of a and b. So let me enter the value of 10 and 2. Now you see, addition of 10 and 2 is 12, subtraction is 8, multiplication is 20, division is 5, and modular division is 0. I hope all of you get clarity with respect to the arithmetic operator. But there is one serious point is there with respect to arithmetic operator. What is that serious point, sir? The serious point is, sir, you are currently working with integer number. Can I work with floating point number? Yes, you can work with floating point number. But if you want to work with floating point number, there is a problem is there. Problem is that modulus operator is not applicable between real numbers. Sir, what is real numbers? Real numbers means, guys, the number which is having some digit after decimal point. This is called decimal point. Na? After that, if you are having any digit, that is called a real number. So in programming language, this real numbers, we call it as a float, or we can call it as a double. So if you are really working with float or double number, in that case, modulus operator is not applicable. This is what you have to remember. If you try to do that, definitely compilation error will come. Suppose, for example, here I'm removing everything and I'm just taking here as float a and b, float a and b, float a and b. Now modular division, and for floating point number we use the format specification as percentile f. Now here the problem is syntactically it is not allowed. Syntactically it is not allowed, sir. That is why it will not even help me to allow me to compile the code also. Compilation error is coming, and you read the compilation error. This is another approach of learning programming language. Always read the compilation error, then automatically you will able to learn it. Check it out what it is telling. It is telling invalid operands. Sir, what is operand, sir? This a and b, they are called data as well as they are called operands. This is called operator, this is called operand. So for this modulus operator, how many operand is needed? 2 operand is needed. For any particular operation to perform, if I need more than 1 operand, that particular operator is known as binary operator. Sir, one more time. For doing any particular operation with the help of an operator, if you are having more than 1 operand, how many operand here? 2. If you are having more than 1 operand, and if it is exclusively 2 only, if it is exclusively 2 operand only, then definitely the operator is going to be called as binary operator. Suppose, for example, guys, I'm writing 5 minus 3. Here, who is the operand and who is the operator? Sir, here my operands are 5, 3. What is the operator? Today only you have learned. This is the operator. Minus is the operator. Minus is the operator. Name you have learned, subtraction operator. Now to perform the minus, how many operands actually needed? 2. So that means I can say that minus is playing the role of binary operator here. Minus is playing the role of binary operator here. Suppose you are telling, sir, I have only minus 5. Possible. Here minus is working on how many operands? 1 operand. That means here minus is acting as what? Unary operator. There are some operators who can play the role of binary operator, who can play the role of unary operator, but that rule is not true for everything. In C programming language, how far we will go? Unary operator, binary operator, ternary operator. One exclusive ternary operator is there that I will bring into the picture later. Now here, see, as I try to divide a modulus operator, I try to apply modulus operator on floating point number, immediately compilation error came, and it is telling that invalid operands to binary modulus. Now you understand why it is calling binary, because it's a binary operator only. Modulus operator is the name, but you know, as the working principle, working style, it works on 2 na, sir, 2 operands na, that's why it is known as binary operator also. So it is invalid. So this is one very important point with respect to modulus operator. Now you may ask, no sir, I have to divide it to floating point number. Then what is the option? Some option must have to be there. Yes, if you want to really divide it to floating point numbers, for that one function is there, inbuilt function is there, and that inbuilt function name is called as fmod function. and then what you have to do here is that you have to pass that to value. To f mod function you have to pass that to value. If you pass that to value to the f mod function, this f mod function inbuilt function, which is defined in the math.h header file, in the math.h header file it is defined. If you are really dividing two numbers, f mod, or if you can go for much more range, you can even take double also. You can even take double also. For double, the format specification we use is long f, means long float. More than the float, it is having the range set. Now if you really go for this f mod function, then automatically with the help of this function you will able to divide floating point numbers. In that case it will not be an issue, sir. Suppose for example it is 2.34 and it is something like say 2.3, right, something like that, or let it be it is 12.00, and it is something like 2.0. Execute, compile and run. Now you will get that modulus operator now will not create any problem, because if you are directly using it, it is really is a problem. But with the help of inbuilt function, if you want to do that, that is the fmod function, and that will be able to do that, sir. So modular division only, so you can understand, sir, division here, division, if I divide 12 by 2, there will no division will be coming, and hence the result is 0.0. If you are making something like that 2.5, let's see what we are getting now. Execute, compile and run. Give a semicolon here. Now you get some value. As a remainder, something came, but it's working. So that means modulus operator on real number, if I really need that directly, it's not possible to apply, sir. I have to use some inbuilt function in the form of fmod. This is one important point with respect to arithmetic operator. And before I leave the arithmetic operator concept, another important concept in arithmetic operator is whenever you are dividing modulo operation, it will always take the sign of the first operand. Sir, what it means always take the sign of first operand? Suppose you are having print a percentile d and you are writing here -14 modulus 3, right? Similarly, you are having, say for example, 3 printf statement I'm having, right? This is /n, this is /n, and here it is -14 mod 3 is equal to, here it is -14 by -3, -14 modulus -3, and here it is 14 mod -3, here it is 14 mod -3 is equal to. Now you see this thing, what is the output we are going to get here, sir? Now normally what we think is that, sir, it will be some value with a minus sign. Why? Because minus sign is there. Similarly here your normal feeling is, sir, minus minus cancel out and the result will be a positive one. But no, actually that is not the case. The result will always take the sign of the first operand. Here first operand sign is what? 14. So the result will be what? Minus of 2. Because if you take 14 mod 3, remainder is 2. That's why this 2. But what sign? Sign of the first operand. Here what sign we will get, sir? Don't think minus minus cancel out. That happens in mathematics, but not here. Here also 2 will come, but with a minus sign. Why minus sign, sir? Because sign of the first operand is minus. Similarly, here you may think, sir, it will be negative of 2. No. Here it will be sign of the first operand is what? Positive, na? So the result will be 2. Sir, where is the proof? Execute. See the output. Check it out. Whatever we predicted, as per that the result is coming or not. 1 minute. Print this. We need to give one more sign. See this. This is what we expected, na? -14 mod 3. We said -2. -14 mod -3. We said -2. 14 mod -3. We said 2. It is coming. So this is yet another important point, that whenever we are doing modulus operator, right? Whenever the modular division is happening, sign of the result is always the sign of the first operand. That's the reason it is taking this sign. So this is all about my discussion with respect to arithmetic operator. So the first one is done. First one is done. Sir, what about notes and what about everything, sir? Notes, no need to take any running notes, right? I will ask you, just at the time of the class is going on, you just concentrate and listen, and if you have any doubts you can ask me to for clarity at the end, or while the topic is going on. Once after the topic will end, I will give some time. Do you have any doubt, you can ask me. Other than that, notes, if you're talking about, in that case, once first few days it will be, that it's the demo session. After that, registration will be, you people have to go for the registration, and once the registration will be done, I will create a Google Classroom, and there everything will be shared. Already the notes are there, whatever I discussed. Say for example, today I started discussion of the arithmetic operator. With respect to the arithmetic operator, the same example whatever I discussed here, it is already there. So this content I will share with you maybe in the next week. Once the registration process will be done, you will get a new link, and then by this time I will share all the notes. But before that, if you really need to study this thing, you can take a picture of this, sir. So this point whatever I discussed is I explained here, it's there. Along with that, see the another point we said, this is note that modulus operation cannot be applicable for real numbers, right? That is a float or double, it's not applicable. Then if I really need this, what I need to do, sir, I have to use the fmod function. I need to use a mod function which is defined in the math.h header files. And this point also I discussed during modular division. The sign of the result is always the sign of the first operand. So that is how the first relation, first operator is discussed. Let me go for the next level operator, which is none other than known as relational operator. So after arithmetic operator discussion, next level operator is relational operator. Relation, guys, what is the relationship between you and me? You may say, sir, faculty and student relationship. Except faculty and student relationship, what is the other relationship we are having? I'm senior to you. How do you know that I'm senior to you? Suppose my age is 20 and your age is 10. Then how do you tell that I'm senior to you? Just by writing 20 and 10 side by side, it doesn't mean that I'm senior to you. You have to express in this way: 20 greater than 10. Every operator, guys, why the names are given, there is a reason is there. Just now we completed learning arithmetic operator. Now for arithmetic operator, why they are called arithmetic operators? They are called arithmetic operator because these operations are help me to perform. With this operation, with this operator, we can do only arithmetic operation. That's why the name is given as arithmetic operator. It's not like I thought that and I will give the name. No, there is a reason is there, because with this operator you can only perform arithmetic kind of operation. That's the reason the names are given as arithmetic operator. Similarly, whenever I will come for the relational operator, right? Relational operator means some kind of relation will be expressed, some kind of relationship will be expressed. How the relationship will be expressed? Greater than, sometimes less than. So in total we are having 6 relational operators: greater than, greater equal to, very easy to remember, guys. Greater than, greater equal to, less than, less or equal to. I found many students, whenever I ask them, tell me about the relational operator, they start giving multiple things. They say logical and or those operators they started telling about the relational operator, because they don't know why this operator is called as relational operator. That's why after few days they forget. They try to mug up this thing and they forget. So don't try to mug up this thing, automatically it will come to your mind. Because that said, na, relation means age. Age means what? Greater, lesser, some kind of thing is coming, automatically your mind will start. Acha, greater than means, that means one relational operator. Once you will be able to write greater than, immediately your hand will go. Greater equal to is also a possibility, either greater than or equal to. Similarly, your hand will go for less than, that's a possibility. Similarly, your hand will go for less or equal to. Similarly, it may be equal also, sir. That for equal to, sir, absolutely not equal, not equal. Now it's easy na to remember the relational operator. Now there is a beauty of relational operator is, the beauty of the relational operator is, whenever, this is very important, whenever relational operator works, whenever relational operator works, it returns the value as, it returns the value as true. It returns the value as true. True means 1. or false. It returns the value as true or false. Actually, what is false and what is true, sir? Listen, false means 0, no doubt about that. But what about that true, sir? True actually means non-zero value. True actually means non-zero value, right? You can think like as a 1, no problem with that. You can think like that. You can think like that. But actually in C programming language, someone is telling 5. It is numerically what? 5. But along with it's a true value. It's a true value, -5. Numerically is what? -5. But yes, it's a true value because some value exists there. It may be positive, it may be negative, but some value is there. That's why true means positive, negative, anything. But if you say 0, that means any value is there? No, no value is there. So that indicates as false. So the total concept of true false stands on, sir, non-zero and 0. Non-zero, why? Positive, negative, both are possible. That's why non-zero. 0 is why? Because false is a possibility. False means 0, 0 means false, like that, sir. So whenever relational operator works, it returns the value as true or false. No other options are left. Only these two possibilities are there. Either it will return the value as true, or it will return the value as false. Sir, where is the proof, sir? It will return the value as true and false. Let us go for an example so that we can get it clarify. Suppose here I'm taking two variables, or like that, printf enter the value of A and B, scanf that comment line. What activity you are doing here? Read input. Okay, values are coming, means sir, A and B I have to declare int A comma B. You can even write a variable, you can even write a comment line here. What is that? Variable declaration. Okay, variable declaration, read input, both done. Next, and after that, what I want to show? Relational operator story. Relational operator. You know that how many relational operators? 6, sir. So let me write here printf %d greater than %d. Here, after that, some result will come. And what I'm expecting here? A comma B. And what I'm expecting here? The result. Anyone have understanding problem here? This %d corresponds to A. So that means whatever A value you will input, suppose if you enter 5, then here it will be coming as 5. This %d corresponds to B. So if you enter B as 3, then here it will come 3. So it will form like 5 greater than 3. And what it will come here? The result of 5 greater than 3. You said that relational operator gives you what value? True or false? True means 1 here. True means 1 here. So what value will be coming here? 1. If you take input as 5 and 3. Similarly, 6 more. What is the first one? Greater than. Let it be greater equal to. Similarly, this is less than. Less or equal to. This will be equal to. This will be not equal to. Let me execute this code. Enter the value of A and B, 10 and 6. Check it out. Achha, let me do one thing. It's coming in the same line now. No problem. Let me give a /n. /n is new line. 10, 6. See, 10 greater than 6, is it true? Yes, that's why 1 came. 10 greater equal to 6, what it means? Is 10 is greater than 6 or equal to 6? Greater than 6, at least one answer is true, that's why 1. Is 10 is less than 6? No, 0. Is 10 is less or equal to 6? No, 0. Is 10 is equal to 6? False, 0. Is 10 is not equal to 6? Yes, 10 is not equal to 6. And the result are coming as what? 1, 0. This is very important point. The relational operator, whenever they works, the result are coming as 0 and 1. This is what is important, result, because tomorrow we will learn logical operator which works on 0 and 1. But relational operator can works on 0 and 1 and can give the result in the form of 0, 1. Both are possible. But logical operator works on 0 and 1 and gives the result as 0 and 1. That is the difference. Tomorrow I will show you that difference, but only for today. Relational operator, sir, it can works on any value, but what result it will give? Either 0 or 1. One more time, relational operator, can it be work on any values? Yes, it can be work on any values, but at the end what it will give? Giving means in technical what we call return. What it returns? Returns means giving. Returns means returning to you, means what it will provide to you. Sir, it will provide to me 0 or 1 always. So that is all about my relational operator story. So today I have discussed these two operators. Tomorrow I will start from here and continue further. Students, now if you have any doubt or any query, now you can ask me. You are having 10 minutes in your hand, so you can ask me in the chat box. As per that I will respond. Or I've given your mic permission also. Using mic also you can ask. Any doubts, students? Any doubts, any question, anything you want to know, you can ask me. Okay, Ramkoti. Okay guys, if you are not having any doubts, so let me wind up the session, right? Tomorrow same time, 5 p.m. Okay, Omlan, thank you. Not having any doubt, great. Okay, Shoini, good, everything is clear, sir. Thank you, Ramkoti. Pranthi, without C basics, can we? No, it's needed. Before we start data structure, the revision of the basic part of the C programming language is compulsory. Why, sir? For example, once the linked list will start, without pointer and without structure and without dynamic memory allocation, you cannot move a single step forward. You cannot move a single step forward. Next, and after that, when we will go for stack and queue, without function you can't do anything. You can't do anything without the knowledge of function. Whenever the sorting will come, without array concept you can't do anything. Now you see, I kept that array, I kept that function, and I kept that pointer and structure. Without knowledge of this thing, we cannot move a single step forward. That's why basics are very needed, very much important. Thank you, Pranthi. Yeah, thank you, Nishant. Shamanvita, thank you. Ayantika, thank you. Very, very clear. Good. C language. Pranti, total C language is not possible to cover, right? Whatever the basic part, that will be covered, because C language itself is a separate course. Whatever I will cover by this, by that your data structure will be done. It will take to complete, it will, don't count the day from today. Just after the basics are done, after that, once the data structure will start, from that you can count your days. 2 months, 15 days, by that it will be covered. No, for tomorrow's session you don't have to register, Shamanvita. You can contact to Durgasoft once, right? For tomorrow's session, what you people actually have to do, I think, just after 3 or 4 days they will say that change link will change, and before the link getting changed, I think you have to register. So better you talk to them once. Piyush, thank you. Okay, Shamanvita, thank you. Thank you, Nishant. Okay, students. So I don't think you have any doubt. So let me end the session. Tomorrow 5 p.m. Okay. Bye class.